Hi, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing Texture Tuesday where I add texture to a page in different ways. So we're also using my Counterfeit Kit Club. And so I'm going to scrap these photos of my husband and my kids, I can't even speak, my children. And I'm going to use my 1-inch hole punch. And so I'm going to layer all these scraps from my Counterfeit Kit challenge all the way down in 3 whole lines, and then I'm going to double them up with another one. And so as you can see beside me, I've also done some punching in that one of the pictures, and I'll probably do some punching in another one of the pictures. And so I'm just lining these up with, it's kind of like a hexagon grid, but I'm lining it up with the one triangle in between space so that I can have all of that like super easily lined up without using a ruler or anything. I thought about a fourth. I decided I definitely didn't want the fourth. And so that bottom layer is all of the same paper. So it's either the A side or the B side, but I didn't want all the A side or all the B side up. I just wanted one or the other. And so I'm going to glue all of these down. It didn't actually take me too long, but I didn't make you watch that. Those ones are done. Trim those off. And then I'm going to plan out these ones. And I've used some of the different areas in these photos for, it's going to be like flat spots, but I also punched out some of the lures. We're at Lacombe. We are at the Alberta's largest lure. I don't know if it's Canada's too, probably. And so I punched out some of the lure in the smaller photos too. So you get some of that texture of the picture down there as well. And then I'm going to use this photo here. And then I've also used and punched out some more of my scraps. So I'm just, the cream one was on my B card. The wood one was on a different page. I don't even remember which page it is now. And then I'm just piling them up in one pile in order for each of the lines because I'm going to bring out my sewing machine and I'm going to stitch. So there's my sewing machine. And so I'm going to line up my, so typically what I do, I'm going to plug it in. I thought I took that out, but I didn't. So typically what I do, okay, no, we're not. Oh, there we go. I had to find my presser foot and I thought I took part of that out. Oh, goodness me. Typically what I do is I do a test run with the tension and the length of the stitch. So I know I've got it how I want it. And then this is going to be a little bit tedious because I do one and move the stitching over, and then I add the next one and move the stitching over for those circles. And then my photos of the kids and my husband that I've punched out smaller are just going to go on flat underneath the stitch. And so these are I'm bending all up so it gives that texture. I thought it would represent like a fishing line, or when you have like those the lures that like rotate and they're silvery and that kind of thing. That's kind of what I wanted to go with that and add the texture. And then I did think about putting some dimensional adhesive underneath, and I decided that it wasn't going to work like I wanted it to. So I'm just going to bend them all up. They actually stay up well enough that I'm not too worried about it. And another one goes here. And bending, bending, bending. That's a good portion of that. This one's on. And then that one folds up. And that tiny itty bitty piece at the top I didn't do a second piece on because it didn't really make sense, but there we go. And then I do want to put this up on a little bit of backing, and I do back it in black as well. This piece is of the hook, and I was like, I don't know how I missed that. It was supposed to be on one of these, but I'm not gonna worry about it. So I'm going to trim my photo off just a little bit. I think I just do it by hand, actually. Yep, with my scissors today. I did not even want to use my cutter on this. I don't know. Just was one of those things, I guess. And it is not square. And I know it's not square, so I'm just going to rough up the edges and call it good. I don't know. It was just one of those things today. So the stitching gives quite a bit of texture, but I'll show you in the close-ups at the end of this too, how much texture these circles actually give the page. It looks pretty cool. It's probably one of my favorites that I've done in a while. Then I'm going to put a little label in that same kind of orange colors. And I thought about jutting it up against the diagonals here, but it's not going to work there. And then I seen this piece of washi that I had out, so I'm going to use a little piece of it and another piece of it. And then I'm going to use some of these orange. They look really orange on the screen, but they're actually not too bad because they're the same oranges that were in the bigger photo. And so the top one I just put down, it says today's detail. The one that's across from that says daily adventure. The one underneath on the diagonal says so totally awesome. And then the one that will be under my journaling there says love this day. And then I found this circle with the camera and then the circle piece. And so the camera's going to get nestled there and the circle piece underneath it just to give that picture a little bit more of a shelf. And then my journaling says day trip to Lacombe to get dad some bikes, also saw the largest lure and went to the bakery. If you don't know and you're gluten-free and in Alberta, Lacombe has a really amazing gluten-free bakery. Really amazing. Worth the drive if it's a drive. It's definitely a drive for us. So, and then I pulled off all of the orange enamel dots, and this one's done already. So take a look at that. See all that texture, all that dimension too. It is so much fun. There it is, the whole thing. If you liked my video today, I would appreciate a thumbs up. There's a subscribe button here if you're new here and haven't yet, and another playlist if you would like to watch some more. Thank you so much for watching today, and have yourself a great day.